Now in 4 News Now at 6, a University of Idaho coach under investigation for allegedly abusing current and former players. The school's response coming up.
And wet weather is back tonight, and I'm tracking snow headed our way this weekend. What you need to know to be ready for winter's return.
And Spokane's opioid task force is returning days after being shut down. Which organization is stepping up to help keep it operational? You're watching 4 News Now at 6. And we begin tonight with breaking news out of the University of Idaho. The women's volleyball coach is now under investigation for allegedly abusing current and former players. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Derek Dye. Sports Director Julian Minnesone is here with the details.
Yeah, thank you, Derek. As first reported by the Orange County Register, the players are alleging that head coach Chris Gonzalez abused and bullied players, pressured injured players to play against the orders of the school's medical staff, deprived players from food on the road trips, and even body-shamed players on the team. The University of Idaho said they are deeply concerned by the allegations against Gonzalez. An investigation was started in November but was delayed at the request of those who filed the complaints in order to finish the season. According to the statement, Gonzalez is fully cooperating in the investigation. You can read the full statement and read the original report from the OC Register that details all of this stuff on our website at KXLY.com.
All right, Julian, thank you. The city of Spokane has just released a statement saying Mayor Lisa Brown and Fire Chief Brian Schaefer have mutually agreed on the chief's retirement. Marissa Rio joins us now live in studio with more on this transition.
This news has come as a surprise to many. Schaefer has been Spokane's fire chief since 2017 and has been with the fire department for many years before that. According to the statement, the agreement comes as Mayor Brown already had plans to transition the role and Chief Schaefer already had intentions to retire as well. In that statement, Chief Schaefer said, "It has been an honor to lead and serve alongside the exceptional individuals at the Spokane Fire Department over the past 20 years. The experiences gained and the relationships forged will forever be cherished. I look forward to seeing the SFD continue to thrive and set benchmarks in public safety and community service." Mayor Brown said, "Chief Schaefer is a dedicated public servant who has helped our community both in times of crisis and in times of celebration. I thank him for the commitment to our community and wish him the best as he heads into retirement." Over the years, the Spokane Firefighters Union has been vocal about its issues with Schaefer as chief. We reached out to the union's president, and though he respectfully declined to make a statement, he said via text, "I really don't have a lot of nice things to say though, and I don't see any reason to kick a guy while he is down by making any other statements." It's interesting to note that the union donated $85,000 to Citizens for Liberty and Labor PAC. Citizens for Liberty and Labor PAC spent over $140,000 in favor of Lisa Brown. The Spokane Firefighters Union also donated $1,200 directly to Lisa Brown's campaign themselves. The chief will be stepping down from his role on January 15th, but will help with the transition process and remain with the department until March 31st. We will be speaking with him tomorrow and will continue to update you with any new information as soon as it becomes available. Reporting in studio, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
All right, Marissa, thank you. Tragic news out of Pend Oreille County where people have been searching for 2 months for a missing monk. The sheriff's office says a body was found floating in a pond yesterday afternoon. This is the same area where 64-year-old Dadul Namgyul disappeared on November 8th. Deputies say the clothing on the body was consistent with what he was wearing when he disappeared. Deputies used a neighbor's canoe to remove the body from the pond. Now the coroner is tasked with figuring out when and how the man died and confirming the identity. For weeks, local community members continue to search the area near the monastery for the missing monk. All right, here's a live look at Veterans Memorial Arena, where the Gonzaga men's basketball team is playing their first conference game of the season tonight against Pepperdine. We'll have highlights from tonight's game on Nightside at 11 o'clock. Meteorologist Matt Gray is in for Chris Crocker tonight. And Matt, it's been a little wet out there, and then we're expecting that rainfall to turn into snowfall at some point.
At some point, that's right. And maybe not with this particular storm in Spokane, but there will be a few spots that are already seeing snow, and then we have more on the way. And we haven't been able to say that for quite some time. It is very much not felt like winter around here. That's about to change, and it starts at least a little bit with this storm that's working its way through the inland northwest right now. Now, you could already see on radar the backside of the rain And snow in the higher elevations. It has been snowing on places like Mount Spokane today. That's great news for our local ski areas. Starving for snow over the past few weeks. But you can see the backside already on the West Plains, and so this is going to be moving in and out of here fairly quickly tonight. You can see some of the heavier rain as well around Liberty Lake, Otis Orchards, and East Farms, and then into the Coeur d'Alene area where it is coming down at a pretty good clip in Post Falls and down into Coeur d'Alene on I-90 at this hour. And so this will largely work through North Idaho for the rest of the night, slowly in the higher elevations transitioning to snow. In fact, you can see in the headlights here on Lookout Pass, you can see snow already starting to gather on the road shoulders here. And so we'll have some places in Shoshone County that will get a little slippery before we get to our drive and get off to work tomorrow morning. Lookouts at 30, but everybody else well above freezing tonight. So we're really just looking at some valley rain for the rest of the evening. And after valley rain, at night usually comes fog. And so we expect a foggy start to your morning. Temperatures will be right around 30 degrees. Then for this weekend, we've got snow on the way. I'll show you how much you should expect where we have these winter weather advisories coming up.
All right, Matt, thanks so much. In Spokane Valley, the Central Valley School District told University High School parents that several schools were on what's called Secure and Teach this morning. That's when they lock the school down, no one in or out, and continue teaching as normal. In an email, the district reported it was out of an abundance of caution due to a report of a suspicious person in the area. No one was hurt. We contacted the sheriff's office about that suspicious person. They told us deputies checked out the neighborhood, but didn't find anyone who posed a threat. It's a new era for a valuable resource in Spokane County after funding ran out. The Spokane Regional Opioid Task Force announced it was shutting down for good, but now that's no longer the case. 4 News Now's Allison Martinez explains why.
The Spokane Regional Health District has supported an opioid task force since 2018 by funding a full-time position. Once that funding ran out, the task force decided it was time to close. That was until another organization stepped up to the plate. The overdose epidemic is hard to ignore in Spokane County. In 2022, 156 people died from opioid overdoses. That's a 24% increase from the year before.
We all know someone who has been impacted by the opioid epidemic in our community, whether it's a friend or a family member.
The Spokane Regional Opioid Task Force is made up of 60 organizations dedicated to combating the crisis. After grant funding ran out, the group announced that it would be coming to an end effective December 29th.
The funding that was available through the CDC, which we were able to get through the Washington State Department of Health, wasn't going to support a full-time position any longer. So that just was not an option. And so just working with our partners, we were able to find a solution.
That partner is the West Spokane Wellness Partnership. The group is made up of volunteers dedicated to stopping the growing trend of substance abuse. Now, WSWP is planning on supplying the needed funding and helping set the task force up for success.
And I also envision us coming together and collaborating on identifying priority areas related to the opioid epidemic across the region, and then identifying action items.
With this new chapter, the health district says they are committed to continuing the conversation around the opioid crisis.
We have established programs. We will continue those, and we'll continue participating in collaborations within our community.
For information on how you can get involved with the Opioid Task Force, you can visit our website, kxly.com. Reporting live in Spokane, Allison Martinez, 4 News Now.
Glad they found a solution. New details from the Jeffrey Epstein documents involving British royalty. The new allegations against Prince Andrew coming up. And the number of pot shops being broken into are on the rise. What Washington lawmakers are doing to crack down on the number of burglaries.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
Save your greed! Whether planning your big day or needing a final touch, the Spokane Wedding Expo is for you. Experience firsthand all the aspects of a great wedding. Food, fashion, photography, flowers, and music, all in one place. For tickets, visit SpokaneWeddingExpo.com.
They say it's not the destination, but the journey. Arby's says, nuh-uh. Get 2 of these things for just $7 at Arby's Cheddathon sales event. Arby's, we have the meats.
Save thousands on the new revolutionary swim spa at a one-time sale. Friday through Sunday. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation and 1 day only. New 2024 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Free admission. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Ironstone Furniture and Fire is making room for new inventory. For a limited time, you can create your ideal space and save on in-stock selections, sofas, chairs, tables, and more. Comfortable and beautiful furniture makes a house feel like home. Visit our showroom, Ironstone Furniture and Fire in Coeur d'Alene.
3, 2, 1.
The new year is here, and that means it's time to jump into the gym and get those New Year's resolutions going to move more in 2024.
Let's go!
Lose some inches.
Drop a few pounds. Get stronger.
Whatever your goals are, Move Fitness has the staff, trainers, and facilities to get the job done. Plus, you can sign up now with no enrollment fee to be the best you can be and move more in 2024.
The best part of the brisket, bacon, beef, and cheddar is definitely one of those things. Arby's, we have the meats.
Whether planning your big day or needing a final touch, the Spokane Wedding Expo is for you. Experience firsthand all the aspects of a great wedding. Food, fashion, photography, flowers, and music, all in one place. For tickets, visit SpokaneWeddingExpo.com.
Welcome back. On Monday, lawmakers will be returning to Olympia and Boise for the start of new legislative sessions. This year, Washington lawmakers will have an additional $1 billion to spend, with 2 programs bringing in more money than expected. According to a new poll, 55% of voters want that money to go towards state programs. That includes schools, reducing homelessness, and mental health services. 30% say it should be used to cut taxes. 57% of those surveyed are also in favor of repealing the state's capital gains tax. That's one of the 2 programs responsible for the tax surplus. That's the 7% tax that applies to profits from the sale of stocks and some other capital assets that exceed $250,000. An initiative proposing that repeal will likely end up on the November ballot, since lawmakers in the Democrat-controlled legislature are not expected to act on the idea. One item lawmakers will be discussing is the rise of break-ins at dispensaries across the state. KOMO's Jackie Kent has more.
I was definitely shooken up a little bit.
Surveillance footage shows burglars ramming a stolen white Kia into the front of a pot shop early Tuesday in Lake Forest Park. Jeremiah Bressler is not only an employee at the Cushery, but lives upstairs. He heard the crash and watched what happened next on the security cameras.
It looked like they knew what they were doing. They hopped right over the cases and went to the ounces and got a bunch of disposable cartridges and stuff.
Bressler wants help from the feds and the state to better protect all cannabis stores that remain a target as they rely on cash transactions.
Yeah, seriously, let's go cashless.
The Cannabis Alliance adds that thieves don't realize many shops no longer keep much cash on site, but the criminals still leave behind a trail of destruction. The Alliance is now working with Governor Inslee's office to get more support for cannabis stores in the coming budget.
Financial support for being able to put up things like bollards and things like that. That can happen immediately.
State Senator Karen Kaiser last year proposed a bill to give excise tax credits to cannabis store owners and other retailers for security upgrades. But it went nowhere because of the high price tag. This year, she's drafting a more targeted grant program for businesses to install safety bollards, among other things still being drafted.
Small retail businesses. That would include cannabis stores, convenience stores, those kinds of on-the-street retail stores that unfortunately have been real targets.
She says it's important for the state to support our retailers now because she's not confident the feds will push through legislation this year. giving the cannabis sector access to regular banking services.
In terms of what we can look forward to, I'm afraid from Washington, D.C., I wouldn't hold my breath.
And that was Jackie Kent of KOMO 4 News in Seattle reporting. Another helpful resource for retailers, the Washington State Liquor and Cannabis Board is offering free safety assessments.
And it has not felt like winter in a long time, but a pattern change is coming. It starts a little bit tonight, but really as we head into the weekend, you will start to notice that change back to winter weather, and especially as we head into next week. A lot is coming up over the next 7 days in your extended forecast.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Spokane Tribe Casino.
So long, happy little blue car.
Oh, we get it. It's hard to say goodbye to your car. AutoNation is here to make it easy. For a super fast appraisal and a top dollar offer, visit AutoNation.com or see us in person today.
Celebrate 6 years with us at Spokane Tribe Casino. Win your share of $60,000 cash during our Win-Anniversary giveaway every Saturday in January. Celebrate with us all month long as we celebrate these winning years. Only at Spokane Tribe Casino. You just win here.
Agriculture Innovation meets tradition February 6th through the 8th at the Spokane Convention Center. Come see the latest in farming technology, network with peers and industry experts, and participate in seminars. Whether you're a seasoned grower, an entrepreneur, or just passionate about agriculture, this is the event for you. Meet, learn, grow at the Spokane Ag Show. Get your tickets now. I'm Melissa Paul, Ag Show Director, and I'll see you there.
Hi.
Wow.
I can't live without you now.
Don't stop believing.
Will you marry me?
Yes!
Hold on to that feeling.
Yes,
Don't stop believing.
It's just 7 days until the National RV Show at the Convention Center downtown. January 11th through the 15th. Amazing RV discounts and manufacturers reps are coming from across the country with incredible prices for the show only. Thanks on site with super low interest rates. And again featuring tiny homes in multiple models. Tons of vendors and free admission. There's prizes and giveaways, including a travel trailer giveaway. There's adult beverages, live band, and a scavenger hunt for the kids. It's the National RV Show at the Convention Center downtown. January 11th through the 15th.
Celebrate 6 years with us at Spokane Tribe Casino. Win your share of $60,000 cash during our Win-Anniversary giveaway every Saturday in January. Celebrate with us all month long as we celebrate these winning years. Only at Spokane Tribe Casino. You just win here.
Goodbye, Speed Demon.
Oh, we get it. It's hard to say goodbye to your car. AutoNation is here to make it easy for you. To see how much your car is worth and get top dollar fast, visit AutoNation.com or see us in person today.
All right, take a look at this. This is a very welcome sight for skiers and snowboarders with snow finally starting to fall on Mount Spokane. And Matt, are we going to see any of the snow down here in the valleys, though?
Eventually. So as we get into the weekend, I expect some accumulating snow and then even more heading into next week. So maybe your drive to work at the start of next week may not be as nearly as pleasant as it has been over the past couple of weeks, where we really haven't had to worry too much about road conditions at all. But I tell you what, we didn't have this. As you can see on the satellite picture, we've got 1, 2, 3, likely some more storms in the North Pacific headed our direction. So we've got a parade of storm systems. And unlike over the past month, things are lining up to where they'll take a little dive to the south and into the inland northwest. And that means things are going to become much more interesting around here. We're going to get at least 2 storms over the next week. The storm coming up for Monday and Tuesday, that looks like it's going to be the snowiest one. Now, the exact timing, that's still in a little bit of question. But at least you know, hey, first couple days of the week, likely to be fairly snowy. So in general, we're looking at 1 to 3 over the weekend, but then we're talking about 3 to 6 at least. There's likely going to be some places to get more than that once we get into next work week. So let's start off with the weekend. Let's talk about some more specific amounts here, right? So with the air mass still fairly warm, In central Washington, we're not going to see a whole lot going on around the Columbia Basin and then north up the Okanagan River. Now, as you head further east, we'll be looking at, and this is mainly going to be falling late Friday night and then into early on Saturday morning, just to give you an idea of the timeline, which I'll show you here in a second too. But we're talking here about an inch or two. I'm going to go ahead generally saying 1 to 3 inches around the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene metro, just because we have so many of those different elevation changes, right? And so as you head further east into higher elevations, you'll notice here that those totals start to go up here as well. And so in general, we're going to see more snow out of this around North Idaho than we will in eastern Washington. So let's go hour by hour. First of all, you got this system, which will continue to dump a little bit of snow. Silver Valley, St. Joe River, Lookout Pass, all looking to see a little bit of snow for the rest of the night. Then on Friday afternoon, a few more snow showers developing in those higher terrain areas in North Idaho. And as we head later into the night, Friday night, scattered snow showers trying to make a comeback here, but the next storm really shows up as we get into early Saturday morning. And so this is when the bulk of the snow is going to show up. Before you get up in the morning or right as you are getting up on Saturday morning. And so I think that'll lead to some improved road conditions as kind of road crews get things under control again as we get into Saturday afternoon. And I think most of Sunday will be fairly okay as well. It's when we head into Monday that we start to have more of those questions. And once again, here's kind of the outline for the metro area, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene. Dusting at best here in parts of North Idaho tonight, 1 to 3 for the weekend, and then at least 3 to 6, maybe even far more than that for the week. And because of that storm coming in for Monday and Tuesday, both of those days, possible weather alert days and a time period where we're going to be watching very closely over the next few days as we try to refine that part of the forecast. So you know when, hey, maybe I hang out, maybe call the boss, say, hey, can I work from home here on this particular day? So that's the immediate future of what we're looking at. We're also looking at something a little bit more long-term, which is that real winter cold, maybe right around the corner. Take a look at the forecast for next Thursday. Highs only in the 20s, lows in the teens, and there's a potential for us to get even colder as we head into the weekend after this weekend. I'll talk a little bit more about that at 6:30.
All right, Matt, thanks so much. Well, more court documents are expected to be released today related to the late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Epstein died by suicide while awaiting trial in 2019. The names of several people connected to the disgraced financier have already been unsealed, including former politicians, celebrities, and a member of the royal family. ABC's Rena Roy has more.
Many questions once again being raised following the newly unsealed court documents related to the late Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. An anti-monarchy group reporting Britain's Prince Andrew to police, an old groping allegation against him part of the release. A claim he denies. The information is not new to authorities, but the public getting to see it for the first time.
If there's any kind of criminal impropriety, I would have thought that law enforcement and the federal government would have got him there a long time ago, and they would have done an investigation well before we learned about these names now.
The paperwork is part of a long-settled defamation suit brought by Virginia Giuffre, one of Epstein's accusers, filed against his former partner and girlfriend Ghislaine Maxwell, who has maintained her innocence. Giuffre claimed Epstein ordered her to have sex with powerful men, including Prince Andrew, on 3 occasions, which he has denied. Andrew settled a lawsuit with Giuffre in 2022 and said he could not recall meeting her, and he told the BBC this photo of the two of them could be fake.
Absolutely no memory of that photograph ever being taken.
Giuffre claims she was a teen sex slave for Epstein, describing in a 2019 interview with the Miami Herald how she was trained to act.
The training started immediately. How to be quiet, be subservient, give Jeffrey what he wants. A lot of this training came from Ghislaine herself.
Former President Bill Clinton also named in the documents. Giuffre did not allege any wrongdoing by Clinton, but her lawyers sought testimony from him after she claims she had dinner with him on Epstein's private island. Maxwell called that a lie, and Clinton's spokesman denied Clinton was ever on the island. After Giuffre's allegations became public, the documents show Epstein emailed Maxwell seeming to offer advice, saying you can issue a reward to any of Virginia's friends, acquaintances, family that come forward and help prove her allegations are false. The strongest is the Clinton dinner. Also in the documents, deposition from a witness who said she met Michael Jackson and magician David Copperfield during her time with Epstein. And when asked if she ever gave a massage to Donald Trump, the witness responded, no. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Still ahead here on 4 News Now at 6, new details on the school shooting in Iowa that left one person dead. What we know about the suspected shooter next on 4 News Now.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Those responsible for making our local roads and highways safe for winter travel would like to remind you that snow removal is an important, critical, and precise task. Please give the right-of-way to removal equipment so we can all get where we need to go quickly and safely.
The 36th Inland Northwest RV Show is back. Yes, the multi-dealer show at the Spokane Fairgrounds, January 18th through the 21st. Beat the rush and preview units now at R&R RV in Liberty Lake in North Spokane. Every RV at R&R RV is show priced. Reserve yours before the multi-dealer show, January 18th through the 21st at the fairgrounds. R&R RV, your RV superstore, Liberty Lake in North Spokane, or shop now at rnrrv.com.
Magical moments, snowy adventures, warming up, making memories, a winter wonderland. The perfect close-by getaway this winter is Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Find countless ways to play and plan your escape at cdawinter.com.
That's Montana Sapphire from Phillipsburg, Montana.
Be advised, this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to save 40 to 80% on a hot tub and swim spa. Friday through Sunday. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2024 inventory. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. See the revolutionary swim spa. You can exercise, swim, and relax without the expense and maintenance of a pool. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. 18-month interest-free financing. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Winter weather means hazardous driving conditions. If you must travel, follow these guidelines to keep everyone safe. Slow down and keep a safe following distance. Use traction tires. Give snow and emergency vehicles the right of way. Carry an emergency kit. Brought to you by Lakes, Worley, Post Falls, and Eastside Highway Districts. 4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
It was a text message this morning from my daughter, and it was absolutely horrifying. Like, that's one of the worst moments of my entire life, but the best phone call I got was saying that they were okay. I'm glad.
That's the stepmother of a student who was grazed by a bullet during a shooting at an Iowa high school today. Investigators saying in total 5 people were hurt and one 6th grader was killed. Investigators identifying the shooter as 17-year-old Dylan Butler, who they say ended up taking his own life. ABC's Alex Perche has the details from this latest school shooting.
An active shooter situation at Perry High School outside of Des Moines, Iowa this morning.
It was a text message this morning from my daughter, and it was absolutely horrifying.
The active shooter alert went out at 7:37 a.m. on the first day back from winter break, just before the school day started. The first officer arriving within 7 minutes to find multiple victims with gunshot wounds.
The shooter has been identified as 17-year-old Dylan Butler, a student at Perry High School. Butler was armed with a pump-action shotgun and a small caliber handgun. Butler also made a number of social media posts in and around the time of the shooting. Law enforcement is working to secure those pieces of evidence. All evidence thus far suggests that Butler acted alone. There are 6 victims, one of them who is deceased. That individual was a 6th grade student at Perry Middle School.
Jody Kurth says her stepson was in the lunchroom when the gunfire started. She says he was hit in the back and in the arm.
Like, the pain in your heart is just overwhelming. That's one of the worst moments of my entire life, but the best phone call I got was saying that they were okay.
FBI and ATF agents are assisting on the scene as investigators search for motive.
It's impossible to understand why anything like this happens. But again, I want you to know that we'll work tirelessly to get the answers so that we can prevent it from happening again.
Now, as we learn more, one of the things this investigation will center on is a reported social media post that this suspect made and what clue it could give police as to a potential motive. Alex Brachet, ABC News, Perry, Iowa.
Well, we're less than a week into the new year, and there's already been at least 3 mass shootings across the U.S., according to the Gun Violence Archive. The organization defines a mass shooting as a shooting where 4 or more people are injured, not including the shooter. The White House is once again asking Congress to pass stricter gun control laws.
When will enough be enough? Our students and teachers deserve to know that their schools are safe.
New gun control laws went into effect here in Washington. Those include a 10-day waiting period on all gun sales. It also requires owners to provide proof they've passed a safety training program within the last 5 years. All right, we have much more coming up tonight at 6:30, including when Skyfest will return to Fairchild Air Force Base.
There's a new indoor dog park in Spokane. And coming up, why the owner says this is a perfect place for dog owners and dogs.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Right now with Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
Which means I make more great pizza.
It's not an I thing, Dad. It's a we thing.
Get a large 2-topping take and bake pizza for just $10.99. Order now at papamurphys.com.
Hi, I'm Ken, and I'm a lawyer.
I'm Donnie, and I'm not, but I am an advocate.
So am I.
I'm an advocate.
I'm an advocate.
I'm an advocate.
Seriously injured? You deserve justice. You deserve an advocate.
That's us.
All of us.
Andes Heating, Cooling, Electrical guarantees to keep your home safe and warm. Your comfort is Andes' priority. Get ready for the cold with a high-efficiency furnace from Carrier and turn to the experts. Andes offers a wide range of top-quality heating systems that are both reliable and environmentally friendly. Andes' team of experts are highly trained and experienced, so you can trust Andes to diagnose and fix any issue efficiently. Andes Heating, Cooling, Electrical, your trusted Carrier experts since 1972.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard. After serving 8 years in prison for the murder of her abusive mother, she's free. And now, tomorrow morning, the all-new GMA interview. What will she say now? What will she reveal? Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Good Morning America, tomorrow.
Get your hands up, let's go!
Six is the winner of 23 awards on Broadway and a euphoric celebration. Six the Musical, January 23rd to the 28th at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Get tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Donnie, what will the advocates do to get our clients justice?
Everything.
And what do they pay if we don't win?
Nothing.
So we give.
Our all.
And the clients pay?
Nothing.
Unless we win. Pretty good deal.
Pretty great deal.
Injured? You deserve an advocate.
Right now with Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
Which means I make more great pizza.
It's not an I thing, Dad. It's a we thing.
Get a large 2-topping take and bake pizza for just $10.99. Order now at papamurphys.com.
Looking for romance after age 60.
There's so much life left in us.
Next, Inside Edition, as the Golden Bachelor is about to get married, what other Golden Bachelors and Bachelorettes are doing to find a new partner in life.
I went on a date, another one this week.
Then, surgery disaster. How this nurse went in for routine surgery and ended up losing her legs. Watch the next Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7. Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
All right, we are finally going to get some real winter weather here in the inland northwest with a good amount of snow on the way, at least in the mountains. Meteorologist Matt Gray here now with the forecast.
All right, so we'll wait a little bit longer before we have to maybe put it on the winter driving skills again. But at least for tonight, it's going to be rain and mountain snow that's really helping out our ski areas, which are going to look totally different in just a few days from now than what they've been over the last month. So we've got rain moving through Spokane and Coeur d'Alene right now, but you could already see across many parts of eastern Washington, things are already starting to clear up. You could see those mountain snows largely in North Idaho. We've had a little bit of snow tonight on on Lookout Pass. I think the only valley location that could see a little bit of snow tonight is going to be, say, right around the Silver Valley, perhaps in the Wallace area. That's about it. We are really going to be looking for snow as we head into the weekend. Tomorrow night through Sunday morning, we've got a winter weather advisory for pretty much all of North Idaho and a good chunk of eastern Washington as well. So what that means, accumulating snow and winter driving conditions, and you should be ready for that as early as very late Friday night. And I tell you what, over the next couple of days, we're really going to be changing how our ski areas look with 10 to 15 inches, for example, in the Schweitzer area, and at least 6 and likely closer to a foot across pretty much everywhere on our mountain areas in the inland Northwest. Now, further down in the valleys, we don't have to worry about that level of snow. But generally across eastern Washington, looking for 1 to 3 inches over the course of the weekend. You go into North Idaho, it'll be a little bit more, but generally we are looking at 2 to 4. And there will be more snow coming after that as we head into a brand new week, and some potentially much chillier weather as well, which I'll talk about coming up.
All right, Matt, thank you. Up to 1,000 people in Kootenai County will soon be eligible for free medical care thanks to a new medical clinic coming to Coeur d'Alene. But there are still a few hurdles for commissioners to jump over before it opens. Bronte Saratsky shares how soon it could be available.
Come this March, Kootenai County employees could see better health care, getting free medications, no co-pays, and people living in Kootenai County could even save some money.
There's a shortage of doctors nationwide, and it's hard to find a primary care physician here.
That's why Kootenai County commissioners are working on a new medical clinic for county employees.
I think it will be a really good deal for them and help us to attract and retain good quality employees to serve the citizens of Kootenai County.
Once this clinic opens, employees and their families will be able to get many services and treatments for free. Commissioner Bruce Matare says while it is for county employees and their families, it's a bonus for all Kootenai County taxpayers.
We expect to save over $5 million in the next 5 years by switching to this new form of a concierge-like healthcare program.
While commissioners are working on an opening date, there's still a few hoops to jump through first.
Well, we're just finalizing the location, but that shouldn't be a problem, and we expect to start in March.
4 News Now asked commissioners about the new clinic's location, but we're only told that it would be on Ironwood near Kootenai Health. Because the lease hasn't been signed yet, they aren't able to share the address quite yet. There's no official date for when this will be here in Kootenai County, but commissioners say it could be by mid-March. Reporting in Coeur d'Alene, Bronte Saratsky, 4 News Now.
Well, the program for Idaho seniors that we first told you about back in October is already seeing a big demand. The Idaho Launch is a new initiative aimed at boosting the number of Idahoans getting a college degree. So far, the governor says over 1,200 Idaho seniors have already applied. It's a much bigger number than they were anticipating, but Governor Little says with only 8,700 scholarships available this year, he's already planning to work with lawmakers to add funding for more.
And we will build capacity. When we were up here, Rob was there when we were up here at P-TECH and K-TECH. I know I talked to some people that are interested in adding capacity there. Now, we can't do that overnight.
The official deadline to apply for these grants is April 15th. If you're a dog owner, you may want to check out Spokane's new indoor dog park. It's the first of its kind in Spokane and recently opened on Division. It's following a new trend that's been successful across the country. Now it's ready to serve dog treats, food, beer, and more. Peter Choi and his dog Parker Choi gave us a sneak peek.
This is Parker. He's here to check out the new indoor dog park. He's sniffing, getting some treats, and running around with his best friend. Whoa, slow down, buddy. Drink some water.
And seeing the smiles on their faces, too. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that.
Sarah Thames is co-owner of the Rex and Relax.
You are just so cute.
She says the city needs more places for dogs.
You want me to go get it?
The goal is to provide a safe and clean space for you and your furry friend.
You don't know if there's needles on the ground. You don't know what's going on around there. At least here, we maintenance it every night. So, you know, mopping, vacuuming, dusting, you know, doing everything we can sanitization-wise.
$8 of happiness for an hour. Your dog will be spoiled.
Now, one of the things that this place is also offering is not margarita, but doggarita. Parker, what do you think? Do you like it? I think that's a yes.
For dog owners, free Wi-Fi and beer will be at your service.
As Valentine's Day comes up and approaches us, we're looking to see if we can partner with some shelters and get some shelter dogs in here, do a fun matchmaking event.
Make sure to bring your dog's vaccine record for the grand opening day next Saturday.
We're not here just to open a business, but we're here to really make the canine community stronger.
Reporting with Parker tonight, Peter Choi, 4 News Now.
Hanging out and drinking a beer while your dog tires himself out sounds pretty decent. All right, mark your calendars because Skyfest is returning to Fairchild Air Force Base this June. It'll be on June 22nd and 23rd. You'll be able to check out some of the jets and fighter planes at the base. There will also be an air show performed by the Air Force's A-10 demonstration team. You'll also be able to learn about different career fields with the military. Fairchild says more attractions will be announced as they get closer to the show. All right, still ahead, tips on how to get the most out of your phone's battery to make sure you have enough juice to last you the whole day.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Findlay Downtown Toyota.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Cal Superstore in Airway Heights.
Spokane Tribe Casino brings you country music artist Ray Lynn to Spokane Live, Saturday, January 27th. Tickets are available online now at SpokaneTribeCasino.com. Entertainment without limits.
It's just 7 days until the National RV Show at the Convention Center downtown. January 11th through the 15th. Amazing RV discounts and manufacturers' reps are coming from across the country with incredible prices for the show only. Thanks on site with super low interest rates. And again featuring tiny homes in multiple models. Tons of vendors and free admission. There's prizes and giveaways, including a travel trailer giveaway. There's adult beverages, live band, and a scavenger hunt for the kids. It's the National RV Show at the Convention Center downtown. January 11th through the 15th.
Stay safe while traveling this winter. Before you head out, trust the First Alert weather team to pinpoint the safest times to go and exactly what to expect. 4 News Now First Alert weather on air, on the app, and streaming on KXLY Plus.
You wouldn't do that. So why do you do this? Distracted driving kills an average of 9 people and injures over 1,000 every day in America. Put down your phone. Lives depend on it. Don't drive intoxicated. Don't drive intoxicated. A sobering message from AAA.
Join us on a holiday vacations tour. Explore Alaska on a Glacier Bay cruise June 4th to the 16th. We'll discover the cities of Anchorage and Fairbanks and enjoy a guided tour in Denali National Park. We'll also relax on a wonderful 4-night cruise including Glacier Bay National Park. Visit holidayvacations.com keyword Spokane for more information and to watch a travel show. Or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Spokane Tribe Casino brings you country music artist Ray Lynn to Spokane Live, Saturday, January 27th. Tickets are available online now at SpokaneTribeCasino.com. Entertainment without limits.
Video of the Coast Guard rescuing a dog that fell off a cliff in Oregon. Poor Leo was bloodied and bruised, but was conscious. Rescuers were able to safely hoist the injured dog into the chopper, where they were able to reunite him with his owners, who were caught on camera, thanking Leo's rescuers with a grateful hug. Oh, poor little guy. I know. Glad he's okay, though. All right. Let's talk about the forecast here, and we've been warning the return of winter weather is coming.
Yep.
And it's starting pretty soon.
It's starting pretty soon, and it's going to be in more ways than one, the way that I'm seeing, looking a little bit further out into the future. And so I'm going to talk about that a little tonight in my forecast focus. We're going to focus on this third panel here on the what we're tracking section, right? Because we got a little bit of rain. There's some light snow on Lookout Pass tonight. Then we've got that snowstorm coming for the weekend. weekend, so some light snow in eastern Washington, a little bit more in North Idaho, but next week is the doozy. Even more snow, likely the biggest snowstorm out of this set of storms, and then a chance for much colder temperatures. And with that cooler air, well, comes the potential here for a lot more snow to get squeezed out. We're talking about next week, and most of this falling in the first half of the week, 3 to 6 inches at least. Obviously, the further out you go, the less precise we can talk about those snow amounts. But it is looking like it is going to be a fairly snowy week. And then comes colder weather. We are pretty confident that by the time we get into the second half of the week and the weekend after this coming weekend, we are going to be seeing colder weather as we hit mid-January. Now, lows for this likely going to be at least in the teens, but there is a chance that it could be much colder than that because of the setup. We're only at the earliest stages of the forecast here, and so things can and will be changing. But this is your first alert that you should be ready for some truly wintry weather as we get into about a week from now. And that's because there's some pretty high confidence here that we take a big dip in the jet stream. That opens the door for our old friend Arctic air to come rushing across the plains and towards the Midwest. And when that happens, sometimes we get a little bit of a taste of Arctic air on the backside of this. Now, obviously this far out, we have no idea how much Arctic air could spill over the Rocky Mountains, but there is at least a chance, more of a chance that we have seen in a long time. And this is going to be something we're going to be watching extremely closely. Take a look at this. This is from the U.S. Climate Prediction Center. The entire western United States, we're talking about 70–80% chance for below average temperatures. So some cold weather is coming. The question only is, just how cold will it be? Now, that's a question we are not going to be able to answer right now. That's for another day. But at least for tomorrow, hey, maybe enjoy those temperatures in the mid-30s a little bit more when you consider what the forecast is going to be in about a week from now. As we head into the overnight on Friday, we are going to be looking for the wet weather to start cranking up again. Maybe a rain-snow mix to start, but it is going to flip over to snow, and that will be the start of that snowier weather pattern for the weekend. Our lows for tonight will be right around 30 degrees. We'll see some mid-20s as you head further north, and then more upper 30s and low 40s for your Friday. So for the majority of Friday, things are actually looking pretty nice. So we'll likely see some fog there in the morning as well. With that heavier snow, potentially for Monday and Tuesday, depending on the timing, we may have a weather alert day here for Monday, Tuesday, or both, because it is going to be some tricky driving conditions. And then you could see that change on Thursday with highs only in the 20s, lows in the teens, and the potential, once again, for even colder weather by next weekend. Derek?
All right, Matt, thank you. For many of us, it's time to take down the tree, but there are other options than just leaving it on the curb. You can donate it to these guys, the goats. It's becoming more and more of a thing nationally as farmers around the country tell their neighbors, hey, leave the pine with us.
They have lots of vitamins, and they also act as a natural dewormer.
If you do end up donating your tree, just be sure you take off all your decorations first. Well, pharmaceutical company Eli Lilly says it's against using drugs originally meant to treat diseases like diabetes for cosmetic weight loss instead. The drug maker says Zepbound and Mounjaro are not approved for cosmetic weight loss. Eli Lilly says it won't promote or encourage the use of its medications outside of what the FDA has approved them for. Well, many car thieves continue to prey on certain older Kia and Hyundai models. Theft insurance claims for specific models shot up more than 1,000% between 2020 and 2023, according to the Highway Loss Data Institute. The group says some Hyundai and Kia models from 2015 to 2019 aren't equipped with basic prevention technology like electric immobilizers. Both automakers say they've been working alongside local police departments to hand out steering locks to drivers ahead of affected models. All right, Gonzaga and Pepperdine are underway at Spokane Arena. Sounds like it might be a done deal already.
Yeah, the Zags are playing well. They needed it. We'll have highlights from the first half and what a win tonight would mean for GU. Next in sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Be advised, this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to save 40 to 80% on a hot tub and swim spa, Friday through Sunday. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2024 inventory. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. See the revolutionary swim spa. You can exercise, swim, and relax without the expense and maintenance of a pool. Hot tub starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. 18-month interest-free financing. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
We can't help what you do before you go to bed, but we can make sure the sleep is solid once you finally get there. And during the extended New Year's super sale at Denver Mattress, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or purchase a Tempur-Pedic and get a $300 gift. Check out the Summit for only $299.99, plus 6 years no interest financing and free shipping. Here's to 365 nights of better sleep. Happy New Year from Denver Mattress.
Anything else?
Yeah, can I get some napkins?
Sure. That'll be $1.
For a napkin?
Ridiculous, right? You know what else doesn't make sense? Some people are still paying for their checking accounts. Some places it's $12 a month. At P1FCU, we believe some things should just be free. Open your Ascend checking with tons of great benefits at p1fcu.org/free.
Spokane Exercise Equipment is the Inland Northwest premier provider of top-of-the-line exercise and rehabilitation equipment. Once the Spokane Exercise Equipment technicians have finished setting up your new home gym, that's when the workout competition begins. Spokane Exercise Equipment has all you need to achieve your fitness goals. They offer delivery, installation, service, and maintenance for all residential and commercial customers. Visit them in downtown Spokane or go online to see their full line of products.
Agriculture Innovation meets tradition February 6th through the 8th at the Spokane Convention Center. Come see the latest in farming technology, network with peers and industry experts, and participate in seminars. Whether you're a seasoned grower, an entrepreneur, or just passionate about agriculture, this is the event for you. Meet, learn, grow at the Spokane Egg Show. Get your tickets now. I'm Melissa Paul, Egg Show Director, and I'll see you there.
Save your greed! All right, welcome back. Gonzaga and Pepperdine underway at the Spokane Arena. It's the first game of conference play for the Zags. GU lost 4 games before the new year for the first time in more than a decade. Sports Director Julian Minnesone is here. And Julian, this game seems like a must-win for the Zags, and they're playing like it.
Yeah, Gonzaga has been ranked for 142 straight weeks, and if they want that streak to continue, they need to win tonight. Not to mention, the Bulldogs are a number 9 seed in the NCAA tournament, according to ESPN. A few losses in conference play, and the Zags could be flirting with being left out of the tournament. That hasn't happened in quite a while. Now, Gonzaga and Pepperdine at Spokane Arena to begin West Coast Conference play. The Bulldogs feed it inside to the big fella, Graham Ike, to get the scoring started as GU is rolling early. Now, the Bulldogs have not shot well from three-point range this season. It's been an Achilles heel for this team, but Dusty Stromer is trying to change that. He knocks it down. The lights of Spokane Arena aren't too bright for the freshman. And then the Zags getting dirty on defense. GU on the defensive end is going to force the miss right here from the Waves. Pick up the loose ball, a little bit of a scramble in the backcourt, but they're off to the races. We're going the other way, and it's going to go underneath to Braden Huff, who finishes through the contact. Gonzaga looking good early on. They lead at 36-15 in the first half. We're going to have more highlights and post-game reaction of this game tonight on Nightside. And Washington State has a huge conference game tonight. The Cougars will take on the Oregon State Beavers. WSU is looking for its first conference win of the season. The Cougars dropped their first 2 Pac-12 games against Utah and Colorado last week. Washington State, the good news for them is they won the only meeting against Oregon State last season, so they know what it takes to beat the Beavers. Tip-off for this one is at 8 o'clock in Pullman. And it's the end of an era for one of the most accomplished high school coaches in Spokane history. Gonzaga Prep head football coach Dave McKenna will be stepping down after 16 years. McKenna is the winningest active coach in the Greater Spokane League, winning the state title in 2015. He leaves with a record of 136 wins and 37 losses, not to mention 8 GSL titles as well. McKenna will continue as the Dean of Students and varsity golf coach at G Prep, and the search for a new football coach will begin here in the coming weeks.
Yeah, he will go down as one of the best to do it, for sure.
Yeah.
What a run.
Yeah.
All right, Julian, thank you so much. With cell phones such a part of our everyday lives, there's often a worry your phone will run out of power. But Consumer Reports has some tips on how you can make your phone battery last longer on a single charge. First, consider your phone's display.
Phones have big, beautiful screens on them now, right? Full color screens. And those screens command an awful lot of power. You can go into the settings and lower the brightness on the phone.
You can also adjust the amount of time your phone stays on before it goes into sleep mode. And make sure to turn off background activity like apps that will keep refreshing throughout the day.
Most people don't need that information to be updated every half hour, every hour in the course of their day. So you can actually go into the settings and adjust them so that those notifications or those updates are not happening on that continual basis.
Other ways to save your battery include switching to low power mode, protecting your phone from extreme hot or cold, and charging your phone before it drops below 20%. If your phone still isn't making it through the day, you may just need a new battery and not a whole new phone. All right, as we head to a break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Hi, I'm Ken, and I'm a lawyer.
I'm Donnie, and I'm not, but I am an advocate.
So am I.
I'm an advocate.
I'm an advocate.
I'm an advocate.
Seriously injured? You deserve justice. You deserve an advocate.
That's us.
All of us.
The 36th Inland Northwest RV Show is back. Yes, the multi-dealer show at the Spokane Fairgrounds, January 18th through the 21st. Beat the rush and preview units now at R&R RV in Liberty Lake in North Spokane. Every RV at R&R RV is show priced. Reserve yours before the multi-dealer show, January 18th through the 21st at the fairgrounds. R&R RV, your RV superstore, Liberty Lake in North Spokane, or shop now at rnrrv.com.
Want a cool new vehicle for the new year? A new style? Tough four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive? With delayed payments until April 1st, then you need to head down to the Cal Superstores in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene, where they are offering up to $600 of free upgrades, like truck lifts, light bars, and tires, to customize your new ride. Get your new vehicle this year at Cal.
Spokane's hottest music.
Break me for so done with you, girl. I've been popping, man, I feel just like a rock star.
Hot 96.9.
After driving cattle in the 1880s, hitting the hay could be a literal experience. But some lucky cowpokes got to sack out in a brand new Sealy mattress. And after 140 years, Sealy is still delivering a great night's sleep. That's why Denver Mattress is proud to offer the Sealy Posturepedic Plus Hybrid. With cool-to-touch covers, body-hugging memory foams, and motion-reducing coils, you'll sleep cooler and more comfortably all night long. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Sealy.
Donnie, what will the advocates do to get our clients justice?
Everything.
And what do they pay if we don't win?
Nothing.
So we give.
Our all.
And the clients pay?
Nothing.
Unless we win. Pretty good deal.
Pretty great deal.
Injured? You deserve an advocate.
Next ET, Hollywood's Party of the Year, Golden Globe secrets from host Joe Coy. Plus, the bear in his underwear, our behind-the-scenes exclusive with Jeremy Allen White. Next ET.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
Watch live on KXLY ABC4.
You never know who might show up. Hello to Karen Smuts from Post Falls, Idaho.
Mark, you left your shoes at the airport.
Watch live with Kelly and Mark. Weekdays at 9 and again at 3.
Well, for so many weeks, I've come up here and I've shown you forecasts that did not look like the month that they were in. This one definitely looks like January. So we are back to winter driving. We're back to turning up the thermostat. We're going to be back to a lot of things over the next few days.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that Monday or Tuesday as possible weather alert days. And, Julian, very quickly, we'll have highlights and reaction from the Zags tonight.
Yeah, seems to be over already, though. So.
The Zags up big. All right, we'll see you at Nightside starting at 11 o'clock.